You know that one friend. You meet them for coffee. They're polite. They're nice. They don't say anything mean. But when you leave, you feel completely exhausted. Like you need a 3-hour nap just to recover. You wonder if you're a bad person for feeling drained by someone who is technically kind. You aren't. There is a hidden psychological dynamic happening here, and it's dangerous. Most people think toxic means aggressive or rude. That's a mistake. The most dangerous people for your mental health are often the quiet ones. The ones who lean on you until you break. By the end of this video, you will understand exactly how they steal your energy, and more importantly, how to stop it without being the bad guy. Here is the hard truth. You think they are coming to you for help. They aren't. They are coming to you for fuel. And right now, you are handing it to them for free. It's time to close the petrol station. Let's look at the most common type, the yes but person. They come to you with a problem. They look sad. They ask, what should I do? You care, so you give them great advice. You spend 20 minutes solving their life. And what do they say? Yeah, but that won't work because, yeah, but my boss is different. Yeah, but I'm not ready. Psychology calls this the help-rejecting complainer. They don't actually want a solution. Solutions would end the conversation. Solutions would end the attention. They want to stay in the problem because the problem gets them your sympathy. You leave feeling frustrated? They leave feeling filled up. Here is what people get wrong. You think you are being a good friend by listening for hours. You think you are being supportive. Actually, you are enabling them. When you sit there and nod while they complain about the same thing for the 10th time, you are rewarding their helplessness. You are teaching them that being stuck gets them love. It's not kindness. It's a transaction. They trade their misery for your energy, and you let them. Real friendship isn't about being a dumping ground for someone else's anxiety. The kindest thing you can do is actually stop listening. Let's go deeper. Why does this physically hurt you? Why do you get a headache? It's a phenomenon called emotional contagion. Humans are wired to mimic the people around them. It's an empathy reflex. When your friend is anxious, your brain mirrors their state. You physically absorb their stress hormones. But here is the catch. They vent to release the pressure. They feel better afterwards. You, the listener, absorb that pressure. You walk away carrying the emotional baggage they just dropped. They are using you as an emotional regulator because they can't regulate themselves. It's not malicious. It's parasitic. So how do you stop it without being rude? You don't need to cut them off. You just need to change the script. Use the mirror and pivot method. Step 1, mirror their feeling briefly. That sounds really hard. Step 2, pivot to action immediately. So what is your plan to fix it? Throw the ball back. If they say, I don't know, you say, well, I'm sure you'll figure it out. You're smart. Then change the subject. Do not offer solutions. Do not engage in the circle. Make them carry their own emotional weight. Research into co-rumination, that's when friends excessively discuss personal problems, shows something fascinating. It makes you feel closer in the moment. It feels like bonding, but studies show it significantly increases cortisol levels and symptoms of depression and anxiety in both people. You aren't bonding, you are drowning together. Trauma bonding feels like intimacy, but it's actually just shared stress. Healthy relationships are built on shared joy, not just shared pain. Listen, you aren't a bad friend for setting boundaries. You aren't cold for protecting your peace. You have limited energy. You have a limited life. You cannot save people who do not want to be saved. It is okay to love them from a distance where you can still breathe. Here's the reality. These people often drain you because you have a fixer personality. You need to be needed. They fit your lock perfectly, but when you stop playing the savior, one of two things will happen. Either they will step up and become a healthy friend, or they will drift away to find a new battery. Either way, you win. But this brings up a harder question. Why do you attract these people? Is it just bad luck? Or is there a part of you that feels more comfortable fixing others than facing your own life? The answer might be uncomfortable, so be honest in the comments. Are you the fixer who gives too much? Or are you the venter who takes too much? Pick one. Let's see who is honest. And if you want to understand your own mind better, hit subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.